Let's get to the video, man. Let's go.
I'll give you the punchline. Maybe I'll fill in the details of it later. I'll give you the punchline.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
I just sleptwalked somewhere that I shouldn't have sleptwalked.
What? That's what happened.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know how I sleep.
Yeah. Oh,
Budden! Slept.
God.
Oh,
Slept.
shit.
Budden! Nice naked. Good naked sleepwalking. I just did it again.
Oh!
I did it again.
Yeah. Oh,
Again.
shit was swinging, right?
Hey, yo, Quint. Like, yo, Flip, why you say that, dog? Why would you say that? That's crazy, bro. Like, that's insane, dog. That's insane.
Oh, shit. Show you one.
Holy shit, nobody can go through this stuff but me. It's only me. It's only me. So you got to deal with
That
you
puts
gotta,
everything.
You got to deal with what comes with that.
Damn. I had like 5 things. I wasn't nowhere near this.
You would have never guessed.
Nigga, I could have guessed
It's
50 in a
impossible to guess.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But when you hear it, it's like,
It tracks.
yeah, it tracks.
Oh no! Wait till I give it to you. Pause. But wait till I really get it. This is a story. This is a story.
The police report of the Joe Budden incident has hit the web, and I also have an inside source telling me about what's going on at the apartment complex where Joe Budden records out of. The police report
I'm sorry, I can never take Joe Budden seriously when he's doing that little stern. I can't even do the face. I can't do. I can't do the face. I can never take Joe Budden seriously. My bad. Keep going. Go.
now released by the Edgewater Police Department says that on December 4th,
Is this real? Oh no. We're gonna see it. We're gonna act like it's real for him right now.
at approximately 7:21 a.m., the Edgewater police were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. The caller recognized the man as Joe Budden, a 44-year-old male. The caller was alerted to Budden by the doorbell camera. The video depicted Budden attempting to enter a code into the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. As a result of the police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, disorderly persons offense on a complaint summons. Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, this reveals a lot, as it gives insight into what exactly happened, and also
Damn, homie. Like, tell me, Joe, you ain't go out like that, dog. Like, Joe Budden had this whole story about he's been gone from the podcast most of December, and people were like, what happened? And then we see him back at Park's basement, and we're like, what the hell is going on, bro? And he gives this story about how he slept walk, and he slept while naked, and you know, he had this whole thing, and yeah, I'm like, we were born at night, not last night, Joe. Come on, man. That's too coincidental. The same time that you had this lewd act that you got kicked out of the place that you were recording the pod at. Come on, man. Come on.
reveals that there is no doubt camera footage both from the Ring doorbell but also from the apartment complex. But there's also an element of this as well, as a source close to the situation who reached out to me let me know about the particulars of what the atmosphere is at the complex in New Jersey that Joe Budden records out of. Now, I want to be clear that I have multiple sources. As some people think Shammy's my source, I can guarantee you Shammy is not my source. We don't even really speak like that anymore. What's going on in the apartment complex is that it is a very large complex. There's been things going on, and for the most part, the apartment complex likes Joe. They think Joe is cool. They have no real issues with him, which is something that is in sharp contrast to what the picture is being painted on the show, where everybody hates Joe and so much and so forth. And another element of this is Joe Budden is actually like one of the more powerful people in the building. I had initially thought that Joe was kind of a low person on the totem pole because this whole condo is expensive, so there's probably people who have way more funds than him, but that's not the case. So much so that Joe actually owns 2 condos. Like, he owns 2 condos over there. He
Really?
bought another condo that combines with another condo. Also, the building is apparently diverse, but I question the diversity largely because some people's perception of what diversity is can be different based on, where their origins are,
Those places, diverse is white and rich. That's the diversity.
where they come from. So that's just something that there was, I had some pushback with the source. On top of that, as a result of the situation between Joe and his neighbor, there was a large police presence for 2 consecutive days. And the source also said that there really wasn't an issue with Joe recording at the complex, and that they really weren't trying to enforce the rules of, there might be a rule that you can't record at the podcast, or you can't record the podcast at the apartment, but there wasn't necessarily a rush to enforce it. That the source of the tension largely comes from this night in question. And there's some other stuff in question, like what were the demographics of the people who observed the Ring camera? What population did they represent? Those are all things that have to be revealed in order for this story.
Oh, it's most likely a Karen or a Todd, like we are, or a Bradley, like we. That's most likely. That's yeah. That, if I don't make any assumption, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
To have a bigger picture and to fully be analyzed. But based on the police report, I think it was kind of kind to Joe. I mean, it shows that he was trying to enter the apartment by putting his code in, and maybe he just got confused. Maybe he was sleepwalking, and if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, yo, this dude has 2 apartments in the complex. He was sleepwalking. He thought he was going from his apartment to the other apartment in the complex. There was no.
So we're really going to do the sleepwalking thing. We're doing it. We're doing this. I can't say if he did or did not sleepwalk. Goddamn well. That nigga did not sleep. That nigga did not. Come on, bro. Stop. Like, nah, bro. We ain't. Nah, dog. Come on, Shane. Come on, Shane. Allegedly, he slept. Like, nah. Allegedly, I don't believe that nigga slept well. I think that nigga was on. Niggas think I'm selling dope, nigga. I think that nigga was on something. Respectfully, I think he was on something. Got lost where he was. Got into the hallway. And like, oh, God, oh, damn. That's what I think happened. But, that's all speculation, allegedly. But I'm not buying no sleepwalking thing. I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it. No, what I do with Joe Budden? No, I'm not buying it. Not buying that. If this was anybody, if Joe Budden was reporting this, you think he would buy that nigga was sleepwalking naked in the hallway? Joe Buddens, you think he would buy that? You think Queen Slip would buy that? No, that nigga. Ish, Ice, you think they would buy that shit? No, they wouldn't buy that shit. No, they wouldn't buy that shit. Like, nigga, let's speculate on what really happened. That's what they would say. And my speculations is one of one. I think nigga was on something. got a little too hot in the kitchen, in the hallway. It was like, oh shit. I think that's what happened, bro. That's what happened, bro. It happened to the best of us. Psych, it don't happen to me. It don't happen to most of us. None of us.
Malicious intent officer. Like if I was on my Better Call Saul, that's what I would say. And this isn't an old money condo. This is a new money condo. And Joe represents that new era of new money. You know, people who getting that money now. It's not like, you know, people in oil or people who are lawyers for years. This is a new type of building. And the source, I verified the source. This is a solid source. People love Joe Budden at the complex. I was even surprised that the source said that, you know, nobody really knows Queensflip. I assume people would know Queensflip because he's mad loud. Apparently, Queensflip is a lot more professional than we would like to think.
Oh, yeah. Queensflip, a lot of that is just put on for show. Like, Queensflip has said himself that when the cameras are off, he's way more reserved. Like, he don't really rock with niggas like that. Like, a lot of that is for show. So, I want to be shocked at Queensflip. I want to be shocked by that.
Nobody really knows members of the cast outside of Joe. Joe is the focal point. The cast is largely respectful. Pretty cool. And it's only a matter of time before the full story comes out. But at the end of the day, this is a tragic situation for Joe. Just because of the stances. Like, he was playing moral police on the podcast. He was being judgmental of people in situations. Most notably Drake. Remember the whole thing where he gave Kendrick the blueprint on how to diss Drake. And now he finds himself in something that, you know, the whole freaky 69 God thing can start to come out. And the OVO community on Twitter is definitely going to be trumping this up, broadcasting this to the high heavens.
I do find it to be hilarious. Like, why are we so toxic? Like, why are we such a toxic culture? Like,
we'll have to see what happens moving forward. And I think there's a lot more to be revealed, y'all. As you can see by the police report, accusations of lewdness, accusations of, you know, somebody observing a man in his birthday suit. And who knows who may have observed that.
the wrong person, I
The
guess.
sleepwalking thing also might reveal some insight as well. What could Joe Budden be doing that could lead to the sleepwalking? There's stress. There's also other things. I know a lot of people are like, Danny, why are you trying to destroy Joe? Bro, this is not my goal. My goal was never to destroy Joe. My goal was to react to the podcast, analyze what goes on it, the tension between the co-hosts. But then when the host of the podcast gets involved in a crazy situation, I have to break it down. And it's ultimately shocking to me to see this happen, as I thought Joe had legitimately turned a corner and stuff like this would not happen again. But it's happened again, and it's leading to a serious situation that could hurt Joe's legacy. But there's still some bright spots. I still feel like Joe has a legal defense that could help him. And on top of that, you know, innocent until proven guilty. We will have to see where the cards fall. With that said, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, The Stop TV. Also tap in with me on Patreon. I got an episode coming of Stop Request Live real soon. Oh man, this is crazy.
Boy, did you mess up this time, dog. They saying Joe Budden was like this. Hold on. I gotta do it. They saying Joe Budden was like this. Hold up.
We're streaking! Come on! Come on! We're running! Come on! Woo! Woo! We're streaking! We're streaking!
Budden! Bucket naked.
Stop! Frank? No way.
Joe Bucket naked. Man, it must be tough being a Joe Budden fan, bruh. Y'all, especially after all y'all endured over the years, And you're like, damn, nigga, if this is the way Joe Budden goes out, this might be the saddest. This might be the saddest ending of a career ever, bro. But again, it might be swept on the rug. Who knows? It all depends what the police say and what they believe, and even though I don't trust the police at all either. But yeah, that's if Joe Budden goes down, this might be the saddest ever, yo. This might be the saddest crash out ever, dog. I don't think Joe will be fine. I don't think anything major will happen to him. Maybe he might lose a sponsor here and there, but I don't think anything will happen to him. I don't think. Now, if it's on video, you got another story. I think as long as it's not on video, kind of like the Diddy thing. Niggas wasn't really trying to believe Cassie until the video came out. Now all of a sudden everybody believes Cassie. So unless a video, which I do believe the Ring camera that video is going to be leaked. I do believe that. And that's when the shit is going to hit the fan. And that's when I think people going to be like, oh, that's when I think he's going to be in trouble. But until that happens, I think he'll be fine. But we'll see what happens. Damn, Joe. But like, comment, subscribe, share the things of the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get stepping. Peace.